Computer repair and networking technology is a growth industry, and I'm excited to have three individuals to talk about this, and now college credits as individuals are going through this process. Tim Loftmiller, who is the computer repair and marketing instructor at Metro Technology Centers, is with us. Also Will Eads, who is a student of Metro Technology, and also Amy Atsumi, who is the head of human resources at Dell. And all three of these individuals are going to help us tie this program together. And let's start out, if we can, with you, Tim, to talk about how this program works from the standpoint of well, you're dealing with high school students.
Yes, at Metro Technology Centers, we have three parallel programs that go on. Two high school programs, one high school program, two adult programs that go on during the day and the night, and those run 12 months. The high school program goes through the calendar school year, and we receive students from all over the metro area. We have a very diverse population. One of the things that is great about that is because we get to bring these students in and not only teach them the skills to help them succeed in the IT industry, but also any kind of industry that you can think of, because we focus heavily on professional skills. One of the awesome things that has transpired in the last couple of years, because I'm a former student and this opportunity wasn't there for us back then, is we now have the ability for students in our program to get college credit for every course that they take because of our articulation agreements. And that is
that's so important and exciting to the student to realize something that has needed to happen for a long time and is now just happening.
Oh yeah, it has opened wonderful doors for our students that throughout their high school career they can almost finish with an associate's degree if they really apply themselves.
Let's talk about the hands-on training. How important is the hands-on training in this entire program?
It's very important. We're what they call a competency-based, individual-paced type of instruction, which means that we set out the curriculum in such a way as those who can progress faster can go faster. Those who need a little more help can get the help they need in any given area. And people progress throughout our programs or majors by passing certain skill sets. And the things that we accomplish at Career Tech is we get that hands-on in. And our focus really is there. Not just the theory. And sometimes the theory can actually get in the way of application, in my experience. Sometimes we can get so bogged down in it. Not that it's not crucial, especially when it comes to our national certifications. But I've seen students blossom who have trouble with the theory, but when you actually give them a real-world application to work on, sometimes called project-based, they just thrive, and all of a sudden that theory can really click.
The hands-on is very, very powerful, and we want to talk about end results. And Will Eads, who's with me, you are a student of Metro Tech, graduate student, and you have gone on, but let's talk about where you're working now, and let's talk about your experience at Metro Tech. What was it like for you?
Well, my experience at Metro Tech, I gotta say, first and foremost, was enjoyable. I had a lot of fun, and the environment was just very awesome alternative to just general high school. Where my position was, half the day we were at high school taking our regular educational classes, language arts, math, science, and then in the afternoon or morning, whichever you chose, you would be at your VOTech, which mine was Metro Tech with computer repair networking technology, where you would actually study the technical skills that you went to study there for, in my case, computers.
To be able to work at your own speed.
Yes.
Isn't that unique and interesting?
Yes, and I guess, and Tim could clarify this, I would be one of the prime examples for, I guess, the faster paced student. The second year I was there was, we were covering more of our networking basics, and I actually excelled way above most of my other students, finishing the course months in advance, which allowed me to even move on to other areas that were very much open for me.
Now you finished high school, and then did you still have some of this program to finish after high school? Did you finish that?
Yes, I did.
And then you are now working at?
I am working at Dell here in Oklahoma City as a storage support tech, where I work with medium to large enterprise businesses and their data centers for storage purposes.
And from the time that you were graduated from high school and then finished the rest of the program to starting with Dell was how long?
Well, I took, after high school, I did 1 year of college and I finished off the Metro Tech. And then within 3 months after that, I was with Dell.
And also, those college credits, we're talking about a transferability of credits too, aren't we?
Yes, you are correct. I received several hours of credit just taking my technical course, which could transfer to several local colleges in the area, which would be OSU OKC, OSU Omogi in Omogi, Oklahoma, UCO, and even OCCC at the moment.
And so you have other options that are just kind of waiting so you can decide how you want to use those.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. And one of the things that I'd like to jump off on that, if it's okay, is one of the things that I tell my students constantly is even if you have no plans of ever going to college, trust me, someday you're going to look back and be grateful that you've banked these college credits. Even if you never get a degree, those college credits in federal jobs and in certain corporations, those mean real money.
Oh, it's like having a savings account.
Exactly.
It's tremendous, and I'm so excited because Amy, who is the head of Human Resources at Dell, is with us. And Amy, you are getting the end result, the end product. And what are you seeing, and what's the industry outlook?
So Will's example is a great example of exactly what we're looking for at Dell. And like most local employers here in Oklahoma City, we're looking for a talented, driven workforce population who utilizes the learnings that they have gained from any particular institution in which they've attended and to apply them in the actual workforce with us. And you're absolutely right in your opening statement that the information technology industry is growing rapidly and continues to grow, especially here in Oklahoma City as well.
And the size of the Dell facility, you have opportunities for individuals coming out of the local area here to be a part of the team, so to speak.
Absolutely. We're always looking for, as I mentioned, great talent here in Oklahoma City.
And what, just projecting into the future, what do you see for the industry outlook?
As I mentioned, we see it as a positive continued growth. We ourselves here at Dell anticipate continued growth within the Oklahoma City area. We're near full capacity, but not quite there, and we have every projection to fill up and potentially grow beyond that.
And with the size of facility that you have is extremely encouraging toward that end.
Absolutely.
Also. And Tim, the program that we're launching these young people to Dell, to other industries. What about the technology itself? How challenging is it to stay up? I mean, you know, I guess it used to be that maybe things would change every couple of years, but what is it now? Every couple of months?
Exactly, yeah. That is one of the things that we really strive hard to do. The instructors at Metro Tech, we're constantly on a learning curve, constantly. We never look at anything as far as our curriculum, our equipment, or any of that as a static thing. We're always looking for the new technology. We're always trying to see if this core area of curriculum really needs to be changed, and we use our advisory committees heavily for this to tell us what's going on out there in industry besides our own study, because sometimes you can bubble up and kind of get lost. So we have business leaders and individuals who work in the IT field come together, and we caucus and talk about the challenges in technology.
So you're bringing in industry leaders such as Dell and others, and so that you're getting a wide view, and like you say, not getting maybe sometimes blinders as to what the technology is going to be doing and where you need to be with
Exactly. And one of the things that I can kind of point to on that is, you know, in the past, our field has been this way, is we were really hardware focused on specific types of computers, let's say. Well, now as the industry develops and we get more into the interactive media and support kind of changes, you know, new skill sets get involved. Now our students have to, in effect, become teachers. Because when you look at the great opportunities, which Dell has hired quite a few of my students from high school, which is really awesome, but it's because we focus on that idea that they have to be customer focused. And when you're customer focused, you really kind of have to be a teacher, because you have to be able to transmit what you've learned to another individual.
So what is the secret going through your program so that when those individuals end up in Amy's office, that they can hit the ground running?
Well, I think the secret is to take every opportunity that's laid on the table. Nowadays, we have so many opportunities that have been created. Articulation agreements and college credit, certifications, all of the skill sets, and take advantage like Will did and go as far as you can go. Don't accept, you know, I only have to do this to pass, or take the opportunity. We can give you as much as you can absorb. And then when you come into the HR department for an interview, not only are you going to have the skill set behind you, but we also, through our student organizations, we teach leadership, which Will was our president when he was there for the student organization, and learned a lot of good leadership skills in there.
Well, this has been a perfect combination for an interview, and we have already gone through our time, if you can believe it. But I think we've shared some important things with the viewers. And Tim Miller, who's the computer repair and networking instructor at Metro Technology Centers, and Will Eads, a former MT student and very successful student now with Dell, and Amy Atsumi, who is with Head of Human Resources with Dell. I appreciate each one of you being here and painting this complete picture for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to get up.